The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union Foundation.
Welcome to another round of the A-Team Challenge. This is game number 7 in the 2017 series of the A-Team Challenge, celebrating 28 years of academic excellence here in Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching. It's going to be a good game today. You can watch our games on the education channels on Comcast and on CenturyLink, and we're also posting our games to YouTube. Go to YouTube and do a search for Lee Schools TV, and you'll find us there as well. Also, this year we're excited to be playing our games with some slightly different rules and some updated questions. Students, though, the subjects remain the same. They're going to be in math, science, arts and humanities, language arts, social studies, and we have a few general knowledge questions as well. Here are the rules for you folks joining us. We're playing 2 rounds up front. Each one will be worth 10 points. Students will work individually in these first 2 rounds, and there's no penalty for incorrect answers. Students, remember, you're to work by yourself in the first 2 rounds. In the 3rd round, it will be known as the lightning round this year. You'll work together as a group. Each group will have a chance to answer 10 questions in one of these 2 colored envelopes. They'll have a subject, a specific subject, 10 questions for each one, and the excitement of the lightning round comes from the fact that there's only going to be 90 seconds each time to answer those 10 questions and possibly get another 100 points onto your score. So students, we're going to have a great game here today. I will introduce you to these fine schools in more detail in a minute, but first, welcome to Barron Collier on my right and LaBelle High School on my left. Students, grab your buzzers. Let's play the A-Team Challenge. We've got some great questions lined up, and here we go. First one. What British philosopher who criticized the legal subordination of one sex to the other in The Subjection of Women also wrote Utilitarianism? All right, Alex, Barron Collier.
Malthus.
Sorry, that's a good guess, but not it. Mathis is not the correct one. LaBelle, want a shot? Lazaro. No, not that one either. John Stuart Mill. Mill was the right answer. Next question for 10. What term denotes a hydrocarbon with its carbon atoms held together only by single bonds? Nick, you're in just in time. Barron Collier.
Alkane.
Alkane is the right response. That's worth 10 points, gets you on the game. Barron Collier starts us off. A palace called the Domus Aurea was built after what disaster took place in AD 64, during which the Emperor Nero supposedly played, Nick, Barron Collier.
Great Fire of Rome.
The Great Fire of Rome. Nero is supposed to be sitting there playing on his lyre. 10 points, Barron Collier. Next for 10, this is the forest primeval. Those are the opening words of what Henry Wadsworth Longfellow poem about the separation of the title character and her beloved? Nick, just in time again.
The Song of Hiawatha.
Nope, not it. LaBelle, give it a shot. Anybody? Okay, that's enough. That's a tough category there. Evangeline was the name of that one, Evangeline. All right, next question for 10. Sine and tangent are negative in what region in which there are polar angles between 270 and, Nick, Barron Collier.
4th quadrant.
Yep, that's the 4th quadrant between 270 and 360, positive x coordinate, negative y coordinates. 10 points, Barron Collier. Next for 10. What Revolutionary War general who was involved in the Conway Cabal defeated the army of John Burgoyne at 1777's, Nick, Barron Collier?
Benedict Arnold.
Nope, not Benedict Arnold. Burgoyne was the army of John Burgoyne at 1777's Battle of Saratoga. That's the rest of the question. LaBelle's Lazaro's in.
Anthony Wayne.
Nope, good try though, both sides. Gates, Horatio Gates was the response. Next for 10, what company, which in 2016 sold its Chinese operations to competitor Didi Chuxing, was founded by Travis Kalanick and competes with taxi companies? Lazaro, LaBelle. Uber is right. That gets you on the score. 10 points for LaBelle. Clear out the buzzers. Here we go. Next question for 10. What state, India's smallest by area, Abhijit?
Sikkim.
Say again?
Sikkim or Sikkim?
No, sorry, that's not what I was looking for. India's smallest state by area was controlled by Portugal until 1961. Lazaro.
Goa.
Goa is the right response. 10 points for LaBelle. Next for 10. What poet urged a man standing there on the sad height to burn and rave at close of day? In the villanelle, do not go gentle into that good night. Dylan Thomas. Thomas was the name. Next for 10. What master of Thornfield Hall is blinded in a fire set by his insane wife Bertha in the novel Jane Eyre? Great book. It was Edward Rochester. Next question for 10. In the 19th century, William Lunalilo, Sanford Dole, and Kamehameha I all led what Pacific? Nick Barron-Collier.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, that's the archipelago that it became a state in 1959. Hawaii is right, 10 points, Barron-Collier. The Burgess Shale preserves many fossils from what geological period, which witnessed a namesake explosion? Lazaro LaBelle?
Jurassic.
That's a good try, but not it. The explosion of major animal groups. Barron-Collier. Nick?
Pennsylvania.
Nope. The Cambrian period. Next question for 10. What model, which improved on the Rutherford model, was devised in 1913 and posits that electrons travel in circular orbits around, Lazaro LaBelle?
Bohr model.
Yeah, around the atomic fields. The Bohr model is right, 10 points, LaBelle. Next for 10. Former Vice President Dick Cheney's daughter Liz was running for the U.S. House. Nick Barron-Collier?
Wyoming.
In what state? In the West, and that's correct. Wyoming, 10 points. Barron-Collier. What author of A Moon for the Misbegotten, who wrote about a man named Yank who is killed at a zoo in The Hairy Ape, also wrote The Iceman Cometh? Had to wait to the end of that question to get one that might have helped out. It was O'Neill, Eugene O'Neill. Next question for 10. What author of the true crime novel In Cold Blood created the character of Holly Golightly? Brielle, Barron-Collier.
Capote.
Truman Capote, that's right, in Breakfast at Tiffany's. 10 points, Barron-Collier. What politician, whose vice president was Alexander Stephens, served as a senator from Mississippi before becoming president of the Confederacy? Lazaro LaBelle.
Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Davis gets you 10 points, and that is right before the bell, which signifies the end of the first round. LaBelle and Barron-Collier almost neck and neck. LaBelle at 40, Barron-Collier at 60. We have another 10-point round coming up. I'll introduce you to our student players in just a minute. We're off and running on Game 7 of the A-Team Challenge. Don't go away.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enhancing education throughout Lee County. With the support of the business community and community at large. More than 3,000 students have participated in hands-on learning opportunities at local STEM businesses through our STEM at Work program.
One of you can hand the seeds out, one can plant and one can water.
This is actually my favorite class. In this one, I'm growing okra, and that one, we're growing lettuce.
Our Take Stock in Children and student advocacy and mentoring programs have provided more than 5,000 hours of mentoring to low-income, at-risk students. And this year, more than 350 students will attend our college and career readiness workshops. If you would like to learn more about how you or your business can get involved, please visit us online at www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Game 7 of the A-Team Challenge. We're going to have a good match here today between Barron Collier High School, LaBelle High School. Let's introduce you to the team players now, and we'll start over on the Barron Collier side. This is Nick. Nick is no stranger to the A-Team Challenge. We saw him last year. Nick Rowe is a senior this year, though, and he'll be off and running to MIT after high school and go study mechanical engineering. Nick, welcome back. Next to Nick is Brielle Canavino, and Brielle is a senior. She wants to go off to Wellesley College and study political science, and she obviously enjoys reading, got a nice literature answer there earlier. Alex Foster is a junior this year. Alex in the back row is a junior, wants to go off to Yale University and study computer engineering. He will be employed for the rest of his life with that degree. And rounding out the team is Abhijith Nilamchalil, and Abhijith is a sophomore, wants to go to Princeton University and study astrophysics. So Abhijith, good luck to you in the future. Alex, Brielle, and Nick round out the team, and they're under the coaching of John O'Brien at Barron Collier High School. Now let's look over here on the left. This is the team from LaBelle, and in the first spot is Lazaro. Lazaro Sandoval is a junior. University of Miami is his goal after high school, wants to study medicine. Lazaro, welcome back. Alberto Cabana is a junior. There he is. He wants to go to the University of Central Florida and Embry-Riddle and study nuclear physics and aviation business administration. Two lovely ladies in the back row. This is Emily Grant. Emily is a sophomore. There she is. Wants to go to Florida State University and study education. Emily, welcome to you. And rounding out the team is Charlie. This is Charlie Lynn, a senior, and she wants to go to University of Central Florida to study biochemistry. The team at LaBelle High School is under the coaching of Catherine McVeigh. All right, so students, here we go. This is round number 2. Questions are still worth 10 points apiece. Hands on your buzzers, and here we go. Which U.S. government agency uses the words fidelity, bravery, integrity? Lazaro, LaBelle.
FBI.
As its motto. FBI is right, 10 points, LaBelle. Isaac Newton attended Trinity College at which English university? Abhijith, Barron.
Cambridge.
Cambridge is right. Which university located 50 miles north of London? Cambridge is right, 10 points, Barron Collier. Next for 10. In 1885, which German engineer's namesake company introduced the first commercially successful automobile to use, Abhijith, Barron? No, sorry, not Mercedes. No, it's not Mercedes is what I'm looking for. First commercially successful automobile to use an internal combustion engine. Lazaro.
Diesel.
No, not that one either. Benz. Benz is the last name and the name of the namesake company. Next for 10 points. In the Kroll process, K-R-O-L-L, magnesium is used to reduce the tetrachloride of what element whose major ore is called rutile and whose atomic symbol is Ti? Alex, Barron Collier.
Titanium.
Titanium is right, Alex. Good job, 10 points for Barron. Next for 10. The library of Ashurbanipal was unearthed on the site of what ancient city? Lazaro, LaBelle.
Babylon.
No, I'm sorry, not Babylon. Good try, though. It's the capital of Assyria. And Abhijith is in.
Damascus.
Nope, not Damascus. But good tries, both sides. Nineveh. Nineveh is the right response. Next question for 10. What diplomat who negotiated both the Treaty of Lunéville and the Treaty of Amiens was a Frenchman who demanded bribes in the XYZ? Lazaro, LaBelle.
Talleyrand.
Talleyrand. The XYZ affair is the right one. 10 points. LaBelle. Next for 10. What author wrote about the dissolution of Clifford and Connie's marriage in the novel Lady Chatterley's Lover? Alex, Barron Collier.
Charles Dickens.
Good try. It doesn't hurt to try, but I'm sorry, that's not right. LaBelle? Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence was the right response there. All right, next question. What platform received its first Oscar nomination for a documentary about Egypt titled The Square and won an Emmy for its episodes of House of Cards? Alex, Barron Collier.
Netflix.
Netflix is the right platform. 10 points, Barron Collier. Next for 10. What band leader who received the first gold record in 1942 for Chattanooga Choo Choo disappeared in 1944 flying to France to entertain the troops? Lazaro.
John Glenn.
Say again?
John Glenn.
No, sorry, not John Glenn. Baron Collier. Alex, Baron Collier.
Sousa.
Nope, not Sousa either. It's Glenn Miller. Glenn Miller was the name. Next for 10. What American chemist who names a rule for the degrees of freedom in multi-component systems also names a type of free energy symbolized Abhijit?
Gibbs.
Gibbs. The G is the right, was the last part of that question, but you got it before that. Gibbs, 10 points, Baron Collier. Next for 10. The Battle of Naseby was the first major victory of what Roundhead army that was later led by Oliver Cromwell? Lazaro, LaBelle?
Parliament.
Nope, sorry, incorrect. Baron Collier? Nick, give it a shot.
New Model Army.
The New Model Army is right. Good job, 10 points, Baron Collier. Next for 10. What author declared her belief that people are truly good at heart in a letter to Kitty, the diary that this author kept while hiding from the Nazis? Lazaro, LaBelle.
Anne Frank.
Anne Frank, 10 points for LaBelle. You are correct. Next question. The Gini coefficient is the space between the ideal and the actual versions of which curve? Nick, Baron Collier.
Income per capita.
No, sorry, incorrect. LaBelle, the rest of the question, which curve which measures distribution of wealth and economic equality? It's called the Lorentz curve, named after the guy, Lorentz curve. All right, next for 10. What hero led a journey written about Apollonius of Rhodes? Let me start again. What hero led a journey written about Apollonius of Rhodes in which he ventures to Colchis to seek, Nick, Baron Collier.
Theseus.
Sorry, not Theseus. Ventures to Colchis to seek the golden fleece along with the Lazaro, LaBelle. Jason, along with the Argonauts. 10 points for LaBelle. Next for 10. According to Genesis, Noah's Ark measured 300 by 50 by 30. Nick, Baron Collier?
Cubits.
Cubits of what ancient measure based on the length of a forearm? Cubit is right. 10 points, Baron Collier. Next for 10. What African country whose southeastern region was once called Katanga was, Nick, Baron Collier?
The Democratic Republic of the Congo.
That is right, word for word. Formerly a colony of Belgium, gets you in there at 10 points extra, or in addition anyway, right under the belt. All right, so Baron Collier's at 130. LaBelle is at 80. Now, at this point, we would normally take a break and go back to a third round and have the teams wager and do what we did in years past. But when we come back, we're going to do a lightning round. Each team has a chance of getting an additional 100 points. It could go either way. Stay tuned to see how it turns out.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enriching education throughout the school district of Lee County. Throughout its history, the Foundation has provided over $7 million in scholarships and $1.5 million in education grants. 170 teachers have received the prestigious Golden Apple Award. To learn more, visit www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
This one's packed with hope. This one's packed with big dreams. This one's packed with inspiration. It may look like a simple brown bag lunch, but it's really a big way to make a difference. That's because when you become a Take Stock in Children mentor, it takes just 1 hour a week to make an impact that can't be measured. Change a life over lunch. Become a mentor today.
Take Stock in Children is a major program of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. For more information on how you can become a mentor, call 239-337-0433 or email info@leeschoolfoundation.org.
Welcome back to the concluding round of the A-Team Challenge today. Our score is Barron Collier with 130, LaBelle at 80. Now both teams will have a chance to add a potential 100 points to the scores through this lightning round. Before I do that, let me introduce you to the alternate that's here with us today on LaBelle's side. In the middle there is Wendell. Give us a wave, Wendell. Wendell Hurst is a senior, wants to go to Florida Southwestern and study elementary education. So welcome to you, Wendell. So here's how it'll work. Our team with the least amount of points is going to go first. They will pick one of these two envelopes. Inside each envelope is a different subject and 10 questions per subject. We'll have 90 seconds on the clock for both teams, and they'll have the opportunity to get these additional 100 points if they get all the questions right. You have a choice. You can answer the question, you can pass, and we'll go back to it if there's time, or you can just continue to work through the 90 seconds at your choice. So either way, it's only going to be 90 seconds, and we'll see how it plays out. Up first, LaBelle High School, and which color envelope do you want? You want the yellow or the orange?
Orange.
Orange is your color. All right. I will give you the subject, give you a minute to think about it. Okay, your subject today is biological kingdoms. All right, biological kingdoms. There are 6 biological kingdoms, and I'll tell them to you so you can get this refresher. Animals, plants, fungi, protists, archaea, and bacteria. All right, those are the 6 biological kingdoms. I'm going to give you an example. You tell me what kingdom they go in. Are you ready? 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go now. Ducks and geese.
Animals.
Correct. The organism used to make penicillin.
Fungi.
Correct. The genus Paramecium.
Pass.
Members of the arthropod phylum.
Animals.
Correct. All gymnosperms.
Plants.
Correct. The majority of halophiles.
Archaea.
Correct. The phylum Firmicutes, most of which are gram-positive.
Pass.
All annelids.
Animals.
Correct. All liverworts.
Protists.
Incorrect, sorry. Euglenas.
Bacteria.
Sorry, incorrect. You passed on the genus Paramecium.
Bacteria.
No, incorrect. And you passed on the phylum Firmicutes, most of which are gram-positive.
Bacteria.
That is correct. All right, that finishes the round. We even had 15 seconds left to go. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 7. Judges, is that right? You get an additional 70 points. Very good. You missed the genus Paramecium. Those are protists. And you missed liverworts. Those were plants. And Euglenas are protists as well. But you did really good. You got yourself 70 points. You're now up to 150. All right, that's how your round worked. Barron Collier, you're up next. You need to answer at least 3 questions correctly to win the match. Here's your subject. And we're going to do all 10, so even if you get 3, we're going to keep going, okay? The subject is U.S. agreements. Given the name of an agreement or treaty, I want you to name the country that made that agreement with the United States. U.S. agreements. Are you ready?
Yes.
90 seconds on the clock. Go. Jay's Treaty.
Great Britain.
Correct. Pinckney's Treaty.
Also, yes. Spain.
Correct. Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Mexico.
What's your answer?
Mexico.
Mexico is the correct response. Alaska Purchase.
Russia.
Correct. Treaty of Tientsin.
China.
Correct. Convention of Canagua.
Nicaragua.
Sorry, incorrect. Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement.
Canada.
Correct. Torrijos-Carter Treaties.
Nicaragua.
Incorrect. Treaty of Berlin.
Germany.
Germany is correct. Either of the two countries that signed the ANZUS Treaty.
Oh, New Zealand or Australia?
Oh yes, New Zealand.
That's one of them, there, so I'll give you a correct on that, and Australia was the other one. You were right on that one. Good job. You only missed one there, and it was the Convention of Kanagawa, and that was from Japan. So very good. You got yourself 90 extra points. I'm sorry, did you miss two? Oh, yes, sorry. The Torrijos-Carter Treaty was Panama. Doesn't matter, you still won, right? Okay, let's give him a big hand. LaBelle, you did great. Thank you for being here. Baron Collier is our winner today. Thank you for watching the 18 Challenge. Students, get up and say hi to each other, and congratulations.